Folly Beach is a fantastic place. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of more updates on South Carolina living, Charleston, and I hope you enjoy. All right? It's cold out here. It's actually about 30 degrees, maybe, which is really cold for Charleston. So hopefully the heat will come soon. All right, I'll be back. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, it's Val, your go-to gal for all things health, diet, fitness, and happy living. How are you? I'm here. We made it. Hubby and I made it to South Carolina. This is my new backyard. Wooded, quiet. Listen. I do hear a distant trumpet though, which is a little strange. So we moved to a place called Summerville in South Carolina. It's about 25 minutes west of Charleston. Charleston is such a beautiful city. If you've never gone, you have to see it. So how did we get here? What brought upon all this whole move? This is why I haven't been around. You haven't seen me lately. This has been a rough ride. But we made it. We're finally here. So how did we get to this place? Well, honestly, this started way back in, I guess 2020 during COVID. Unfortunately, my husband lost his business. He's in construction, and I was running that business. So we were suddenly out of work, and we owned a home, and I had to go back to teaching, which is not something I wanted to do. Teacher burnout is real. I don't know that people know that. I think they think that teaching is an easy job. It's probably one of the hardest you'll ever do. And I was so burnt out, but I knew I had to go back to work, and he was going to get a construction job. So I got a teaching job in a high school, Catholic high school. No offense to the Catholics, but big mistake on my part. Anyway, I taught there for 4 years. Unfortunately, my husband could not find a steady construction job. They'd, use him and abuse him for 6 months and then lay him off. 6 months, go in another company, same thing, then they'd lay him off. Every winter he was laid off. And we decided we just can't live like this anymore. We were miserable, so miserable. And we just knew something had to change. We weren't sure what yet. But then one day, I was on Facebook, and I came across this gentleman named Wesley Virgin. Now, I don't know who's familiar with Wesley and who isn't, but he offered this program. First of all, I read, he had something called the Genie Script. And if you want to know what that is, look Wesley up and look up Genie Script. So basically what it is, it's manifesting abundance within your life. And at first I thought it was hokey. My husband thought I was ridiculous, to be honest with you. But I started to listen to the script, and I started to listen to his lessons, and started manifesting with a journal, manifesting in my mind. And as I went further and further through the course that he offers, at the bottom I noticed that there were business opportunities. So the one thing that they do is will help you get a YouTube channel going. Yes, it costs money, of course it does. But I said, what do I have to lose? So I still had my job, still miserable, but I was determined that I was not going back the next year. And I kept manifesting it in my journal. I kept manifesting it. I kept manifesting leaving New York. I kept writing that all these things had already happened, that I no longer work in a school. I'm so happy now that I no longer live in New York. I'm so happy now that I'm in South Carolina. I'm so happy now that abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly on a daily, consistent basis. So over and over and over, and you'd be surprised at what it does to your attitude and how positive you become, because you start to realize you have a lot to be thankful for, even if you may not feel it right now, but you do. You do. So I started my YouTube channel a year ago, January. So it takes a while, but they really help. And this is living proof. Everything that I've manifested so far has come to fruition. We sold our house in New York. We came down here. We were able to pocket a lot of money because New York homes were so expensive. And now we're free to do what we want. Maybe open a business. I still want to continue with my YouTube. And I guess what I'm trying to say to you is that it's never too late and you're never stuck. You're never stuck. I know, oh, I have no money, I'm broke, and nothing will ever change, and I know. It's very easy to get down, especially in this climate, this economy. Things are rough, I understand. But you can put your mind to anything and do it. You can. But the thing is, you have to want that change in here. And this is what you have to change first before anything else. Your mindset. Your mindset is the most important aspect of change. And I owe this all to Wesley, to be honest with you, because before I had found that, I was lost. And now I'm open to so many more new opportunities. And it's wonderful. All right, so maybe if you don't have a house to sell, that's okay. Maybe you just move. Like I said, change your latitude, change your attitude. It's beautiful down here. Today is February 7th. I am sitting outside in shorts and a tank top. It's 85 degrees. I'm actually sweating a little bit. Spritzing, if you will. But up in New York right now, it's 30 degrees. They're about to have snow next week. The gray sky, everything. I just couldn't take it anymore. I love snow, but sick of the cold, sick of the grayness, and just knew it was time to leave. Our mood is much more lifted now. We're much happier. But like I said, you don't have to have a lot of money to do it. You can always change where you are. You can always change your job. You can always change what you want to do with your life. I think society tries to con us into thinking that, oh, you got to get a job. You got to go to college. You got to get a job. You know, you got to make that money. You got to get a retirement. You got to stay there 30 years, even if you're miserable. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not true. It's not true. There are some times in this life that you have to take chances. You have to take the gamble. Because honestly, what else is there? If you're not happy with your life, you got to change it. And that's what we did. And I want you to know that it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, how much money you have, where you live now. If you hate it, leave it. Leave it. If you're in a bad marriage, leave it. If you're unhappy in your life, leave it. One of the first things Wesley has said when I first started listening to him was, quit your job. Quit your job. And I did. And I'm so glad that I took this journey and still taking it. So I hope you keep watching, because I want to be able to lift you up, build you up, and make you realize that you are enough and you can do it. You're smart enough. You're talented enough. You're brave enough. You can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Trust me. But this wasn't easy. I don't want you to think, hey, we picked up one day and just said, screw New York, let's leave. No, this was months and months in preparation. It was not easy getting down here. It's expensive to move. So I'll give you a heads up, do it yourself. One glitch we did have on the move down here, it's about a 12-hour drive. My husband's van blew up in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, we always seem to get stuck in Baltimore. Long story short, we got stuck there for 5 days. The people, I'll tell you who it was. It was Meineke on Bergen Road in Columbia. I'm going to tell you this story because this place cost us so much money because they kept it 5 days and then told us they couldn't fix it. So what are you talking now? You're talking hotels, you're talking meals, and I'm with 3 cats, I might add, in a hotel room. And I've been trying to actually contact the owner, Brian Thrush. So if anybody knows him or sees him, tell him I'm trying to get in touch with him because honestly, they've cost us a lot of money and you know, I'm going after the reimbursement. Somehow, you can always make it happen, okay? No fear, that's how you have to live. No fear. God's got you. I'll see you soon. Love ya. Bye.